make sure I remember that I started, so I remember to end it.
Man, right. You're doing right. Through. We up. Got a notification. All right, hey, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
All right, first and foremost, before we get started, giving our praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham,
Gosh.
double honors as always to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who and taught us this truth, and peace, much love, and citation as always to all for elect. All right, Great Millstone Nashville. All right, once again another lesson through the spinning power of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, Lord's will, just be edifying to the elect. All right, just getting into the destruction of Babylon the Great. You know, I believe that's correct, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Getting into the destruction of Babylon the Great. Okay, telling you people, specifically telling our people, you so-called blacks, Native American, Latinos. All right, you're the Israelites according to the Bible. It's high time to wake out of sleep. All right, and your hope that you have in Babylon is going to soon fail you. All right, it's going to soon fail you because this place will be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. So, whoever wants to start with something can go ahead.
All right, I wanted to open up with this First Thessalonians 5, and I'll start at 2. It says, "For yourselves know perfectly." Now I'll start at the top. Might as well. It says, First Thessalonians 5:1. "But of the times and of the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night."
Yeah. So we know perfectly because that's so the apostle Paul, he's saying, essentially, ain't no reason when we write these things. You already know this. We know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that the day of the Lord comes as a thief in the night. You know what I'm saying? So there's a certain man, goddamn, but there's a certain mindset, all right, that we need to have since we know that Yahweh Shai, who the word ignorant calls Jesus Christ, is coming back. As a thief in the night. Meaning what? We don't know what day. Scripture say no man knoweth the hour. Okay, not the angels, not the Son, but the Father only. All right, so when Yahweh Shai returns, it's gonna be a shock for everybody. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness.
All right. So we're not of that darkness, man. We're the children of the light. So we know, all right, through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, we know things that are getting ready
Man,
to happen.
Salakia.
Call to and then dogs be bugging, goddamn it. But we know, you know what I'm saying, what's getting ready to happen to this place. And then when it said they shall say peace and safety, which that was a ideology pushed heavily during that familiar disease era, 2020, 2021. Okay, we got this jab for you. Everything gonna be okay. But as it says, sudden destruction cometh upon them. All right, and so that's why we telling our people that ain't how it's gonna go, man. There ain't no peace and safety doctrine when you come to the actual truth, man. Or we're not gonna preach that to you. I'd rather say we're not gonna preach a peace and safety doctrine. All right, but that was it on that.
Salakia, brothers. Goodness
No,
gracious.
you good, bro.
Goddamn dog, man.
You good, Malachi? You got something?
Yeah. Amos 9:8, which we noticed was originally Israel, but applies to America, also known as Babylon today. It It says, Amos 9 and 8, Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
Yeah. Like you said, originally applying to the house of Israel, but the scriptures are manifold. All right, so this can definitely be applied to America, Babylon the Great. All right, the sins of this wicked kingdom have reached into the heavens, and there's only a certain amount of time left to where Esau can commit his madness before the Most High brings judgment. Talks about roughly paraphrasing, there's the bounds that he cannot pass. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain time frame to where this nigga was set up to rule. He can't go over that. It's not gonna be underneath it. It ain't gonna be early shit. It ain't gonna be over it. All right. Whenever the Most High takes this nigga out, it's gonna be a perfect timing. It's gonna be perfect timing. It's gonna be exactly set how Bashim Shah had it planned since the beginning. Yeah. And this whole thing is really just about predestination. You have people set for destruction. You have people set for salvation. So the main question that's posed is, where do you fit in? Okay, where do you fit in? Regarding the destruction or the salvation. All right, which a lot of you niggas fit in the destruction part, and we hoping to fit in the salvation part, man. Is that on that?
Yeah.
You got some lawyer? No, I do.
Yeah, I do. So somebody might say, somebody's not in the truth might say, well, how do we know that Esau is at the end? And it's because right here in the second Ezra 9, it says, measure down the times diligently. So we're measuring the prophecies. That's how we know that Esau. I'll read it. But this is how we know that Esau is at his end, because all the prophecies are starting to come to pass. I'll start at verse 1. I'm gonna read down to verse 5 because it goes in to say how the end is manifest. So this is second Ezra 9. I'm gonna start at 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And also with us measuring the times, that's us being of their light, being about we're using wisdom, because we know what times that we're in. We're in times of evil. We're about to be in the beginning stage of Jacob's trouble. So we're not in that gross darkness, like how the rest of the world and our people are, So the day of the Lord won't creep up on us, because we know the prophecies, we know what times we're in. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then thou shalt then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. And you see that. You see the people turning up. Jake gonna start turning up. It says, this is the main point I want. It says, for like as all that is made in the world had the beginning and the end, and the end is manifest. So Esau, Edom, he was given a short measure to rule, or short time to rule, and his end is manifest. And we know that Babylon the Great, his main power house, the hammer of the whole earth is gonna be broken. So that destruction is coming. Destruction is manifest, but it hasn't happened yet. It's brewing. World War III is brewing, and many people are going to be taken by that. But yeah, that's all I wanted to get with that.
God. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Damn. I had to look for it. But I have this. Because you was mentioning earlier you know, how it's written in the scriptures, but it actually literally tells you in the scriptures. So 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau, well, I'll start at 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born to him, Jacob's hand held first, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. All right, which, you know, when you go into Genesis the 25th chapter, all right, it's you know, it talks about that. You know how, you know, he was holding on the heel. That was symbolic of, you know, once his rulership is up, once Esau's rulership is up, then Jacob's going to follow right after. All right. Verse 9, it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So that doesn't, you know, it doesn't mean the whole earth is, the whole planet is about to be blown up. Okay. Because we constantly talk about, oh, it's the end of the world, you know, saying things like that. And people, you know, unlearned individuals are going to, oh, this whole planet's about to blow up. No. You know, it's the end of this current society, this current kingdom. You know, I believe eon is a good word to use, you know. So this is the end of this current ruling kingdom, and it says Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay, so that's going to be the forefront, the ruling society. You know, when the kingdom of heaven is established here on the planet Earth. You got something, Malachi?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Job 21 and 20.
Boom.
His eyes shall see his destruction, and he shall drink of the wrath of the Almighty.
Yep. You got it, bro.
Yeah, and that's going to start first with Babylon. Babylon's going to be destroyed, but ultimately Esau, his whole, like the brother said, the eon, his whole age, society, rulership that he set up is going to be destroyed. And it's already falling apart. The Lord is having it essentially decay from the inside out. The economy is collapsing. Crime is rampant. I mean, it's only going to increase. Famine, different plagues are going to hit it, like it says in 2nd Ezra 15. But the ultimate plague, pursuant to Zechariah 14 and 12, is that nuclear destruction.
Mm-hmm. I got some. This is what I was looking for. Was you done on that?
Yeah.
Okay. I got some, you know, what I was thinking of. Job 14, I'll start at verse 4. And there's 144, so call Allah Yahbashim my shot. Who could bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Okay, so there's a certain time frame that Esau Edom, the so-called white man, was appointed to rule. You know, Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, Daniel, the 4th chapter, 17th verse. And then I think it's Sirach 10. Sirach 10 and 4, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Because the end all be all is the Most High is in control of who's running the earth at that certain point in time. Okay, but everybody has their time, which makes the Most High balance power. He's giving all the nations a chance to rule the earth. And what happened? They all fumbled. They all failed. So now he's going to set up his sons, all right, like how it was supposed to be, which everybody also ultimately got a chance because we fucked up, you know. But before we get put back into that righteous, you know, standing, all right, this destruction has to come, man. This place has to be utterly destroyed, you know, and it's not scare taxes. It just is what it is. The Most High is getting ready to melt this fucking place, and good riddance.
Right.
You got fucking, you know, what's that shit? The drag queen shits. You know, they're shaking their ass in front of kids. Okay, you know, doing the whole, you know, runway type shit. You know how they walk down and shit. Doing a show in front of kids. This is being presented to the children. The children are at attack. You know. You know, nobody is able to achieve peace in this society. So this shit gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
And the crazy part is we bring these things out, and everybody looks at us like we're the fucking lunatics.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga is single-handedly, he has single-handedly fucked the whole earth, man.
Yeah.
And none of you dumbass niggas see any type of issue with it. That's why you gotta fucking go. All you niggas gotta fucking go, man. You siding with this nigga, you gotta throw hands on your hand. The wicked shall not go unpunished. You gonna receive the same fate as Esau Edom, man. You so-called black and American Latinos. You coon ass niggas that want to side with this goddamn devil, man. Salaki, go ahead, bro.
I got a headline.
All right.
So it's on end time headlines, and just goes to show even more that because Babylon in itself is going to be destroyed because it is the root, of wickedness. But the Babylonian juice, it's not like the 1940s or before that. How different countries, I guess, had their own system set up and ideologies. Now, I mean, it's at the point where you look across the world and you see Babylon in every country. Well, in one shape, form, or fashion, whether it's a McDonald's, whether it's harlotry, Moe's, whatever the hell it may be, it's there. All right, but this is one of the big reasons why we got to get the fuck out of here. And really, even before that, well, in the same time as that, but America's got to be destroyed, man.
Yeah.
It says transgender, that right there, that's enough. But Dylan Mulvaney says his sex assigned at birth was not what God had in mind. That's blasphemy. That is complete blasphemy.
Yeah, who are you to say that the Most High essentially made a mistake? Because that's what when you go in, when you really dabble into that shit, the whole sex change and all those things, that dumbass philosophy. That's essentially what you're saying. That the Most High made a mistake. I was really supposed to be a woman. I was supposed to be a man. No, bitch, you were supposed to be exactly what the hell you are.
Yeah.
That's how it was set up. The problem is you niggas are a bunch of unbelieving ass fucking heathens, man. Okay, you got something, lawyer?
Yeah, I got something to back you up real quick.
Yeah.
But this is Romans 9. I believe it's 20 through 21. Yeah, Romans 9, 20 through 21. Shall the thing form say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Have
Ain't that
not
a bitch? It's like it, but ain't that a bitch? Here it is. I formed you, and you coming at me with some type of hostile, type of mindset. That's like the Elder Tazwan out of Atlanta. He had made mention of it in a video a while back. It was a long time ago. But he was like, that's like you playing the game. You playing Mortal Kombat. It's like, hey, man, all of a sudden Scorpion like, nah, you hitting square too hard. It's like, nigga, what? Like, no, this is, you were created to do this. Like, so this is what you finna do. Ain't finna be no ifs, ands, or buts about that shit, man. These people think that they can, but this is the mindset that has been pushed by Esau Edom, the so-called white man. He pushed that mindset of you can do what you want, and God made a mistake. Free will. There ain't no such damn thing. Go ahead.
It says, shall the thing form say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?
Right. Which the vessel made unto honor was, Israel, man. And the one made unto dishonor was the goddamn Edomites. Okay. And ultimately, you sold your birthright, and so now you run across the four corners of the earth, upset, throwing a hissy fit, as you always done. You did it in the garden. You did it when you got finessed out of your birthright or your blessing. When Isaac was dishing out the blessing. Okay, You sought it with tears. You just a crybaby ass nigga. So you go around the four corners of the earth, you know, just crying. You know, that's your nature though. You know, trying to play the victim. Edomite to do a whole bunch of shit to you. It be you see the videos, man. Edomite, they enticing nigga the whole time. Then they get smacked in their goddamn mouth. And then they, oh, I can't believe you. No, bro, you're a demon. You know? You're a fucking demon. You know what I'm saying? You just got judgment. But the end all be all, man. That's why this place got.
Damn. Can you still hear me, brother?
Yeah, I can hear you. I thought my
Damn.
shit was out.
Man, I'm gonna get something until he come right back. It
All
says
right.
Baruch 4:25. It says, "My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. For thy enemy have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck." So right now we got to suffer the indignation of the Lord. Why? Because we have sinned against him. That's in Micah 7 and what, 9 or 10. You know,
7,
so right now you said 7 and what?
9.
7 and 9. So yeah, that's in Micah 7 and 9. You know, it was our mind, that went astray from Yahweh Shai. So we got to suffer these curses right now. But guess what? It says, for thy enemy have persecuted thee, who Esau, Edom, and these other nations. They persecuted us, but surely thou shalt see his destruction. So we're going to see the destruction of Esau, Edom. You know, we're gonna see that while we're on the plains of America, and guess what? We're gonna see it while we're standing on that sea of glass when we up in the ships, Lord will, with the elect. You know, we're gonna see Esau, Edom in turmoil. You know, in these last days. You know, and we're going to see that ultimate destruction. You know, and we're gonna be tested too. But it ain't gonna be nothing like how what the wicked gonna go through. You know, famine. A lot of them, they're not gonna be able to eat. It says, you shall eat. You know, the what it say? They shall envy us and shall not be able to do anything. It's gonna be multiple things that these niggas gonna go through. You know, but Yahweh Shema Shai, he got us, man. So we gonna see the wicked destruction. I mean, the destruction of the wicked. And I got one more too. I wanted to get this because your call has spoke about this. Is Revelation 11, and I'm gonna start at damn. You know what? I'm gonna start at. I start at 14. It says the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So World War II passed. The third World War is coming quickly. It says, and the seventh angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his Mashiach, and he shall reign forever and ever. So these kingdoms, Yahweh Shai is going to conquer them, man. Because another scripture says that Yahweh Shai is going to have many crowns on the head. So all these other kingdoms, they're going to fall when Yahweh Shai comes. You know, ain't gonna be no more heathen militaries, none of that shit. No more Babylon the Great. You know, none of that. That's all I want to get.
Mm-hmm. It's like it too. Goddamn phone call. I could not end the bitch for nothing.
Good.
Y'all got some? I'm trying to look for this precept real quick.
I'll probably go into Isaiah 13 real quick. One of my favorite
Okay.
chapters goes
Okay.
into the Medes, which are the Russians taking down Babylon the Great. Um, I'll get the main points real quick. I mean, really, it's a lot, but I'm gonna start at Isaiah 13 and 5, going into the missiles. It says they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. So I forgot what was that precept the brother had brought out. I think it was Amos.
Yeah,
Was it
Amos
Amos?
9. 8.
Yeah, it was at, yep. It was at Amos 9 and 8. So the Lord is going to have these missiles destroy Babylon the Great, that wicked kingdom. All right. It says how, verse 6, how ye for the day of the Lord is at hand, and it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty unto the wicked, because we're of the light. We're expecting, when Yahweh Shah will destroy this place. I'm talking about the prophecies. We know what times we're in. Remember, it says, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they shall be afraid. Pains and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames because of the destruction, the pain. It says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. So the Lord's going to lay the land desolate. You sinners, which ultimately are Israelites, because really only Israelites can sin, but the Lord's going to get the wicked too. Y'all going to be destroyed, like how the brother Yakar was going into, or, the scriptures. Zechariah, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein and basically go through the trials, be purified. Salaki, you can get what the brother had posted.
The brother, Yabashma Shabrak Shalom Makia.
Shalom.
But Isaiah 14 and 12, it says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, which we know the one that bears the light, so to speak, today is Esau Edom, so-called Caucasoid race, starting with the Illuminati. That's why they're called the Illuminati, which they really have no illumination. They're filled with nothing but fucking evil. But it says, son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Which then also I wanted to jump down to 16 in that chapter. It says, they that see thee, and this is in the kingdom, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? So the reason they're so amazed and they're asking this question is because Esau is going to be back in his original state, which is so fucking low that nobody can believe that this man actually was in the position he's in today. But yet you got our people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, riding his dick. But this is the basis of men. And instead of this exalting Yahweh Bashimel Shai, because that's what it's supposed to really do, show the power of the Lord, that he's omnipotent, that he can set up something as low and disgusting as Esau Edom to put him on top. But yet you don't give no glory to the Lord for that. You actually worship this man as your God. And that angers the Lord even more. Because along with the destruction of Babylon, like we've gone into, 2/3 of you niggas here in America are going to be destroyed too. Because you're really Edomites right now. Not literally, but in the year of the your father the devil. So you're gonna be burnt up too. It's not like all Jake is just gonna leave. A lot of our people gotta go. And we see that every day. Because it's even in the law. You have a stubborn child and you don't want to listen, you don't want to listen to the elders, the only thing left is for you to fucking die. Get put to death. And that's what's gonna have to happen to you.
They're likening it to the heathen. So they're going to be treated as the heathen. The heathen are getting ready to get destroyed.
Yeah.
Niggas are through. I had this going back into this the destruction. Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. It's like it. All right. Going, because back then, you had the your swords and what have you. All right, arrows, you hear all that shit. This one's gonna be with burning and fuel of fire. All right. This is when this is how this place is gonna get ready to go out, man. The destruction of Babylon. You know? And like we're saying, man, this ain't just something we making up. This isn't basement doctrine. You know, this is in the scriptures. The same book that your pastor, you know, supposed to know. You know, which he don't, but he don't bring these things out. Your president. But that's all I had though. If y'all had anything else.
I just had a little bit more if Malachi don't have nothing.
Now you can go ahead, Doc.
All right, this is Isaiah 13, and I'm gonna go down to I'm gonna start at Salakia 17. It says, "Behold, I will serve the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it." You know, so basically, Russia is not gonna give a fuck what Babylon, America has to offer to them to so-called make peace. So the money gonna fail, and the money's already failing. You know, you got the BRICS that's teaming up. They got their own system, so to speak, lined up, ready to go. Which I sent in the chat. It said that America will be what to say global econ what to say Slovakia. America's basically America economy will be isolated basically. Yeah, so America's economy, their money, they're going to be isolated from the rest of the other nations. Why? Because ain't nobody messing with the dollar like that no more, and it's gonna get worse. Its own allies is not messing with the dollar. So anyway, it says their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. So these bows are your missiles, your arrows. All right. It
Uh-huh.
says in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency, damn, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. So what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? I can say nuclear missiles rain. Hailstone, Salakia, not hail, yeah, hailstone. You know, I forgot what they, I forgot. Fuck. Basically, the Lord had rained down fire. You know, you got evidence of that today because you got the sulfur balls. You know, and so it's gonna be like when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It's gonna be by fire, by missiles. All right, and it's gonna lay the whole land desolate. And it says, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. So, like how it says in Revelation, was 17 or 18, no man's gonna dwell in Babylon no more. There ain't gonna be no fucking Arabs, Ishmaelites, selling you beer, cigarettes, Rellos. No, it won't be no Elamites pitching tent here. None of that. It's gonna be done. You know, y'all got something?
Yeah, I got just one more.
All right, you cool, bro.
So Jeremiah 50 and 13 and 14 says, because of the wrath of Yahweh Bashmal Shai shall not be inhabited, talking about Babylon, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Put
Mm-hmm.
yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord.
What does that mean? All ye that bend the bow. All ye that have nuclear capability. All right. Joel, the third chapter,
Yep.
all right, goes into it as well. You know, let the weak say I am strong. Why how are they able to now say they're strong? Because they possess, you know, extreme firepower, high, nuclear capability. You know what I'm saying? So all you that bend the bow, everybody that has nuclear capability, shoot at her, spare no arrows. That includes some allies of the United States, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because the end all be all is, hey, you know, America is already has made a lot of enemies, but they're getting ready to make even more. All right, everybody's gonna soon see that this bitch is truly, this bitch is an issue. You know, and we need to get her, you know, knocked off. That's what everybody's gonna get ready to see. And so all ye that been about shooter her, spare no arrows. They gonna let them hammers fly. They gonna let everything. They gonna give it all they got. You know, and good fucking riddance. The scriptures speak about 200 million. All right, nuclear warheads. Was it 200,000?
Yeah.
You know, saying in Revelation. Okay, this is what's gonna get ready to take place on it. You know, in this land, man. Was that right?
Yeah.
I got this. So I'll just grab it. Revelation 9, and I started 16, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. All right, 200 million. And I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in a vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire and of jacinth and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions. And out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. By these three was the third part of men killed, by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth and in their tails. For their tails are like unto serpents and had heads, and with them they do hurt. All right, so hey, the power being in, you know, the heads. All right, the nuclear warheads, if you will. You know, that's where all the power truly is. The rest of the missile is just a system. You know, what's the word? Basically, the engine. You know, to get it from point A to point B, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
But the power resides in the warhead. Okay, and this is the instrument that Yahweh Shemashah has chosen to end Babylon with, man. Which ironically Esau Edom has created. The Most High put a spirit on Esau Edom to create something that was going to be his downfall. That was going to be the reason of his destruction. And that's and call Allah Yahweh Shemashah. It's beautiful. You know, this is truly a movie being played out, man. Okay, you can't make these things up. But that's all I had. I just wanted to bring that up. Brothers, anything else?
No, that was it for me.
You got
Yeah, that's it for me.
God. Well, hey man, Lord's will, you know, this is edifying. We just wanted to get into this real quick, you know, through the spirit of Yahweh Shemashai. And before we close, once again, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. And double honors as always to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us his truth. Peace, much love, and salutations as always to those elect. And to the next lesson. Shalom.
Shalom.